Welcome. I'm going to show you how to edit the Cupcake Mockup in Photopea. First go to photopea.com in any web browser, photopea.com. I'm using Google Chrome just because it worked a little faster than Safari. So if you're having any trouble with your browser, you might want to try Google Chrome. And once it's up, just click Open from Computer to open up the mockup. Then it's going to load for a few seconds, and once it loads, we're going to use this handy layers panel here. So if you don't see the layers panel, go to Window, Layers to bring it up. And then once it comes up, we'll click this arrow next to either the cupcake layers to expand those layer groups. And then we'll click the arrow next to topper. And then to add your design to the topper, just double click the thumbnail icon in the design-topper layer. And that's going to open up a smart object where we can copy and paste the design. So then we'll go to File, Open. And then find the design, and then go to Select All, then Edit, Copy, and click back on the Smart Object tab and go to Edit, Paste. And then if you need to resize that at all, you can just hold down the Shift key to keep it proportional, and then just click and drag any of the four corners. You can also click on it and move it around a little bit. And then when you're done with that, just click File, Save Smart Object to save it. And once it says Smart Object Updated, you can just close that tab and then close the original graphics. And it'll put it on the topper for you just like that. If you don't need the circle topper, you can also click the eye icon next to topper to turn that off. And you can just add your design right to the toothpick. To do that, just go to File, Open. And then find the topper design, then go to Select All, then Edit, Copy, and click back on the mockup and go to Edit, Paste. And it pasted our design inside the topper layer, which is turned off. So to get it to show up, we'll just move it outside, click and drag in the layers panel and just kind of move it outside that layer group. Now I'm going to lock the background so it doesn't try to move them by just clicking backgrounds in the layers panel and then clicking this padlock icon. And I'm going to press Command plus to zoom in so we can see the topper a little better. And then we'll just click on the, make sure we're clicked on the layer with the graphics, and then we'll click near the middle and just click and drag to move it into place. I'm going to hold down the space bar so I can kind of move around the mockup a little bit by clicking and dragging. And then we'll click back on the graphic and just click and drag it into place. Now press Command minus to zoom out. And that's how you can add it just to the toothpick. If you don't need the toothpick and you want to put it right on the cupcake, you can click the eye icon next to the toothpick layer, turn that off, and we'll zoom in again to better see what we're doing. We'll just click kind of close to the center, and we'll just drag the layer into place right on top of the cupcake. You can also change the frosting colors. To do that, once you have the cupcake layer group expanded, click the arrow next to cupcake and then the arrow next to frosting to expand those layers. And you'll see this layer that says color-frosting. You want to double click the thumbnail icon there. And that'll open up the color picker. It used to open up the properties panel for me, so if you see the properties or info panel instead, make sure properties is selected and then click the layer tab and then double click the color fill box to bring up the color picker. And once the color picker is up, just click anywhere in the rainbow slider to select a color, and then click inside this gradiated box to change the lightness and darkness of that color. You can also enter the color values in these boxes if you know them. And if you want the same color for both cupcakes, you can just click inside the hex box and then drag and press Command C to copy. And then click OK, and then expand the layer group for the other cupcake, whether right or left, and the layer group for frosting, and double click the thumbnail icon for the Color Dash frosting layer for that cupcake, and then just click in the hex box and drag to select and press Command V to copy, or Control V on a PC, and click OK. Make sure the eye icon in the Color Dash frosting layer is turned on. There are also a bunch of pre-built colors you could select if you don't want to choose your own. So we'll just turn on the eye icon next to the pre-built colors layer group. And we'll click the arrow to expand it, and you'll see there's a bunch of colors here you could choose from. So we could turn on white or chocolate just by clicking the eye icons next to those colors on and off, or purple or blue or pink. Got red and green for Christmas. So you could, change the colors and say this is a bunch of different mock-ups for different cupcake toppers. And then when you're satisfied with how everything looks, you can just save it. If you're going to use this as a thumbnail, like on Etsy, you want to go to File, Export as JPEG, and save a version as a JPEG. You can also go to File, Save as PSD to save a layered PSD in your Downloads folder. And depending on which mockup you have, there may be different backgrounds. So you can just click the arrow next to the backgrounds layer group and just click eye icons to turn them on and off. And that's all there is to editing the 2 cupcake mockup in Photopea. Please let me know if you have any questions by messaging me at melissabmockups.com. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you get updates to future videos. And as always, this mockup and other mockups are available at melissabmockups.com. Thank you.